United States payment and exchange company Ripple has become the latest crypto firm to be authorized under the Central Bank of Ireland's Virtual Asset Service Provider (VASP) regime, bringing it under the regulator's supervision for compliance with anti-money laundering and criminal financing rules. Ripple Markets Ireland Limited, a Dublin-registered subsidiary of technology company Ripple Labs, was added to the central bank's list of VASPs on Tuesday, December 13. It means that the central bank is satisfied that Ripple's Irish subsidiary has effective policies and controls in place to meet its anti-money laundering and criminal financing obligations under Irish and European law. Under the VASP regime, the company, which operates a blockchain-backed payment and exchange network and also created the XRP crypto token, will be able to provide some digital asset services to customers in the Republic. It is also likely an indication that the company will seek to apply for authorization in Ireland under the Markets in Crypto Assets (MiCA) regulations that come into force across the EU next year. Once a firm receives its MiCA clearance from a competent national authority, in the state's case, the central bank, in one EU country, it can then passport its services to markets across the bloc. Welcome to Crypto World Educate. If this is your first time on this channel, kindly hit the subscribe and like button. Help us share the word and let others know about cryptocurrencies. Stay with us till the end to get the full details. Let's continue. In a statement, Eric van Miltenberg, Senior Vice President for Strategic Initiatives at Ripple, said the Republic has positioned itself as a supportive jurisdiction for crypto and virtual asset firms, and consequently as a great place for businesses like Ripple's to operate, reinforcing our decision to select Ireland as our primary regulator in the EU. Ripple joins a growing list of crypto exchange and custody firms to receive authorization from the central bank under the VASP regime, including Coinbase, Gemini, and Kraken. Notably, XRP, the steadfast observer amidst a market resurgence, may be on the cusp of an exciting breakout. Whispers of potential have emerged in the form of a cryptic technical signal, the Relative Strength Index, RSI, dipping below 50. For experienced chart readers, this is more than a mere whisper. It signifies a pregnant pause, suggesting a potential price explosion for the slumbering giant. The Relative Strength Index acts as a mood meter for the market. When the RSI surpasses 50, euphoria prevails, propelling prices skyward like bubbles in a celebratory toast. Conversely, when the RSI falls below 50, a cautious hush descends, hinting at hidden bargains waiting to be uncovered, like diamonds in the shadows. XRP's recent RSI dip suggests a discount on a high-performance asset, alluring astute investors with an eye for undervalued opportunities. Unlike its more flamboyant counterparts, XRP has yet to join the victory lap of this market cycle. However, astute observers view this as its secret weapon. Picture a coiled spring, gathering momentum while others exhaust theirs in a frenzy of exuberant leaps. With fresh capital seeking new frontiers, XRP's relative stability could become a beacon, attracting investors weary of the market's rollercoaster ride, yet craving a measured but explosive ascent. As XRP journeys towards its potential peak, two distinct paths emerge, catering to different types of investors. The first part is for the cautious climber. This path caters to patient investors who place their trust in XRP's fundamentals. It entails a steady incline driven by a gradual influx of investors seeking value and a secure position in the market. Each conquered resistance level becomes a moment to pause, relishing the climb before pushing forward, much like scaling a majestic mountain with deliberate strides. The second part is for thrill seekers. A different trajectory beckons. Envision a meteoric rise triggered by a catalyst. A legal victory for Ripple, a groundbreaking partnership with a financial giant, or whispers of mainstream adoption that ignite the cryptosphere. This path is for those who revel in the unexpected, their hearts pounding with excitement as XRP propels to new heights on a wave of euphoria, akin to riding a comet streaking across the cosmic canvas. While the future remains uncertain, XRP's technical whispers demand attention. They hint at a potential awakening, inviting investors to become part of an unwritten story. Whether you are a seasoned investor searching for value or a thrill seeker enticed by the unknown, XRP's subdued yet promising presence might be the call you've long awaited. In a sudden turn of events, a finance expert and Bitcoin maximalist has taken a major dig at XRP as he labeled the crypto token a scam. The expert outlined several reasons why he holds this opinion, although he seemed misguided in some. In a post shared on his X, formerly Twitter, platform, finance expert Rajat Soni mentioned XRP not being decentralized as one of the reasons he believes the crypto token is a scam. He seemed to suggest that Ripple Labs solely controlled the XRP ledger, as he noted that they developed the token. However, this belief is false, considering that it has always been emphasized that Ripple does not control the XRP ledger or even the XRP token. This was obvious when certain amendments were to be made to the network, and Ripple's CTO noted that they could not be passed without the approval of the validators. Another reason Sony mentioned was that Ripple controls a large portion of the tokens in circulation. He also went further to assert that the crypto firm could alter the token's code and issue more XRP if it wanted. However, there is no basis for this assumption, as XRP has a maximum token supply of 100 billion. That hasn't changed since the token was pre-mined. The finance expert also went as far as suggesting that XRP is a scam because it has no utility outside the US. He stated that people around the world don't care about the token and that they would use the crypto token if the US cracks down on it. It is worth mentioning that the majority of XRP transactions come from outside the US. As a Bitcoin maximalist, Sony seemed to be using his post to put XRP down and show why Bitcoin was superior. After he had had a go at the altcoins, he went on to compare the crypto token with Bitcoin, highlighting why the flagship crypto token is superior, in his opinion. He alluded to how Bitcoin's supply isn't concentrated and that the network was decentralized with a vast pool of miners. Furthermore, he mentioned how people are using Bitcoin to trade regularly in other countries because they have no other way to transact. Bitcoin's value is so immense that Sony believes that holders won't part ways with their tokens even if Bitcoin is banned. Interestingly, pro-XRP YouTuber Zach Rector recently made a case for XRP against Bitcoin. He believes that the former is the future of finance and not the flagship crypto token. One thing he alluded to was the increasing transaction fees on the Bitcoin network and how that was going to affect its utility. This is unlike XRP, which has a relatively cheaper average transaction fee. If you enjoy our video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.